Yeah, Juelz Santana, what the game's been missing, what everybody's been waiting for, you dig? I mean, I don't know, this time around I really felt like I need to come in and really go hard and do it extra big this time around. So first and foremost, I had to structure a plan going into the studio. Like, for those who don't know, it's been a long stretch before my last album, and this album I just put out, which you'll see is a lot of growth and a lot of maturity, which my first album was very mature for just me coming out being such a young dude, you know what I mean? And this album, compared to my last album, the difference I would say is, like last album, I was just a lot more personal, lot more personal, just digging into everything I had to offer and let people know. I just felt like I wanted to let people know that, and I kind of felt like it was real deep for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, to really grasp and get at the time, you know, but it was still a great thing. It was still loved and accepted by a lot of people, you know what I mean, and it enabled me to do what I'm doing now, still be here and get this second time around, which is seeming like it's gonna be a real beautiful time around, you dig? But like I said, I came in this time around with a plan. Like, I know what I want to do this time around. You know what I mean? I want to just have fun, just enjoy the music, you dig, and get it going. So once I formatted that, I said, what can I do different this time that I didn't do last time? I said, just be hands-on with everything. So first and foremost, I came out, I built my own studio, which is Santana's Town, the place you see me at right now, you dig? Once the studio was built, it was like, I just came in and went straight to work, boom. Like, I gotta get it. And I ain't go home, I ain't shave, I ain't take a bath. My shit was wolfing. I was just up in this motherfucker grinding 4 or 5 songs a day, whatever it took, know what I mean? But it was just inside music. I was just holding and just letting people know, yeah, I got 60 songs, man. I got 70 songs. Niggas like, word, I got my own studio. Gradually, people started coming out to my studio, you know, label people, shit like that. You know what I mean? And really starting to get the drift, but I still didn't really feel like people was really understanding what I did. Maybe it was because what my last album had did. I mean, maybe it wasn't a big enough success. People really didn't understand. But I'm in the studio, I'm like, man, these people really don't understand. So, you know, I put together the whole More Crack mixtape shit. And it's pretty much just like the same way I got started with the whole Diplomat mixtape. That was like the first mixtape that got a nigga popping and all that, you know? So, it's pretty much, I formatted my mind back to that. Cam always told me, you gotta feed the streets, and it's like, I just blacked out on that one line, like, you gotta feed the streets, you know what I'm saying? And I just really went in with that, you know what I'm saying? So I formatted my whole mixtape shit, and I knew I had all the music was there already, like I told you, I had been working, you know what I mean, built my own studio, did a bunch of songs, so it was nothing to just keep putting out music, so that's what I did, I put out the music, and you know, the streets responded. Then I went on to do a lot of other things that a lot of niggas in my position, they just wasn't doing for themselves. You know what I mean? I just felt like, I'm looking at it like, yo, I'm that nigga. And if don't nobody understand it, I understand it and I know it. You dig? So I got to let these other people out here know it. I mean, as far as fans, as far as industry niggas, as far as label people that just ain't paying attention to what they need to be paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? So I went out and I did that. And like I said, the streets responded, everybody responded. So now it's like, all right, it's what you see now, like Juelz Santana. Well, I really wanted to bring that attention to the label because like I said, I always had that street love, but you know, I had just kind of leaned back for a minute. It wasn't really fucking with nothing. I was just in the studio, just doing the music and just letting it sit. You know what I mean? But yeah, once I got that attention from the label, that's the attention I felt like I really needed, you know what I mean? You know, Cam was going through the whole situation where it was just like a big situation. It wasn't even like a situation he was going through. It was just a big situation all of us was going through as far as just changing labels and everything like that. So everybody was left with a decision. You know, Jimmy was on Koch, Cam went with Asylum, and I wound up staying on Def Jam. And me staying on Def Jam was never a situation about, you know what I mean, going against Cam, because first of all, we're a unit, and we one of the strongest units, as you can see, and as a lot of you niggas just look at, you know what I mean, and notice out there. I mean, we all move as one, so if it's one decision gonna be made, we will all just move in that direction, you dig? But everybody had a decision to you know, go out and do what they felt was like best for their situation as far as, I mean, just distribution-wise, because we all under Dipset, and Dipset is the foundation, the family, the formula, the structure, the heart, you know what I mean? What keeps the movement going. Well, I fuck with a couple of niggas. You know, my last album was pretty much just me. And I had T.I. on my last album. This album, I got my man Young Jeezy on there. I got Lil Wayne on my album. Lil Wayne, I've been fucking with him. I just feel like as a young nigga, he just represent a lot of the same shit that I represent, you dig? Just that underground sound, just that real sound. He was on my list for one of the niggas that I felt as far as when I hear, you know, lyrically and just hear spitting. So I hollered out, reached out to him, you know, and it was a mutual feeling. I worked with Game on my album. He came to my studio. Actually, it was a while ago. You remember around the time when Game did the whole Certified Gangster joint with Jim and everything. We was fucking with Game real hard. You know, he came out, he did his album. He was real successful, so I haven't really seen Game like that in a minute, but he came to this studio right here, Santana's Town, laid the joint down for my album, and it was crazy. I got my man Sizzler on the album, Sizzler Kalungia, one of the realest reggae artists to ever do it. If you don't know, you better get to know, man. My nigga came, he came in my studio and just blessed me with something out of this world. Like, that's one of the most incredible songs on my album. I feel like it's one of the most incredible songs I ever did. You know what I mean? It's called Shots. And of course, you know, I got the family on there, Dipset, Cam, my nigga Jim Jones on the album, my nigga Hell Rell on the album. Niggas look out for my man Hell Rell. He's coming real soon. He's coming hard too. This album, it was really much like a format with me doing this album. I knew what I wanted to do. I said to myself, like, I want to go in and I just want to have fun with the music. And that's exactly what I felt like I did. And you'll definitely get to hear that and see how I expressed that going through this album. You know what I mean? I got a genuine love and respect for Harlem. So it was a must that anything I could do to get back to Harlem, I did. And, you know, building the store was like one of the first ventures that I did for Harlem, you know, and especially like for my hood, my area, which is 151st, Amsterdam, 153rd, you dig? And I built the store up there. It's called Santana's Town. It's pretty much where you can, you know, get anything that's fly, man. From CDs, if it's the hottest CD, it's there, man. If it's the hottest clothes, it's there, man. If you know what I mean, if it's Air Ones, of course, that's the hottest thing. White T-shirts, it's there, man. So, you know, it was a real small thing that just turned out to be a real nice and a real big thing, especially for my hood and my community, you know. And I do things like I have annual cookouts every year. Rest in peace to my grandmother, Evelyn Johnson. I just had one this year, and it was just real big. Harlem really came out and showed so much love. You know what I mean? They let me know, you know, it's just a lot of love, and I really appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? Especially, like I said, for the cause that it represented. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to my grandmother, Evelyn Johnson. You know, one of the reasons I'm so motivated just to doing the things and working as hard as I do right now. You know what I'm saying? I got my clothing line coming up, the Z line. Y'all can look forward to that. If you know about me, you know I get fly, so man, look forward to that clothing line coming out. It's called the Z line, and it's gonna be backed by Johnny Hanson. And we're gonna do it real big. I just left the Magic show. It was real big. I got so much love. I seen a bunch of people out there, you know, a bunch of people doing their thing. It's a lot of niggas doing their motherfucking thing on this closing tip too. So I know I gotta come with some shit, but don't worry, my swag is up. So for all you niggas who think about swagger jacking, stop it, please. I got something for that ass. And the thing about me that I feel like really makes me different from a lot of these niggas, and the reason my shit is just a lot more felt than a lot of these niggas out here is because, I mean, what a lot of these people don't realize, and one thing I know that I realize is it's always gonna be room for real shit and real music, you know what I mean? So as long as you come with some shit, you know what I mean, that comes from your heart, you dig, and that's real and genuine to you, niggas is gonna feel it. You can rap about whatever you wanna rap about and still be accepted, cause it's a million people that live your life. If it's billions of people in the world, you know what I mean, and it's people that nobody is still even touched because nobody is bothered to just be they self and just say, you know what, I'm a rap about this. So you got people out there that's still just waiting to be touched, you know what I mean? So you could do whatever the fuck you want to do, you know what I mean? Bottom line, man, people got to start being original and just coming up with their own shit. That's why I named my shit What the Game's Been Missing. But this is definitely some shit that nobody else is doing, and that was the whole format and formula of this album. Like, I had to look out there and say, what is everybody else not doing? You know what I mean? Like, still be real to myself, not make my shit so much different to the point where it's like, where the fuck is this nigga coming from? Because I'm still a real nigga, I'm still a street nigga, and I still gotta let niggas know what I mean, where I come from and what I do, but it's just in my way and being and making it different from what everybody